Hello, everyone. My name is Travis, and this is Frantic Purpose Episode 4. The other episodes on Spotify have been removed, and that's my fault because I was using a podcast like distributor that for free, and they said after 90 days it would disappear, and it was more than 90 days. It's been 7 months since the last episode. Welcome back. And I'm going to go ahead and dump everything that happened in the past 7 months. Okay, this year has been all about getting married. I'm married now. It was November 11th that we got married. I am happy it's over. Getting married is crazy. And anyone who says anything different has a lot of money. Like a lot of money. And congrats on that, guys, girls, toasters, whatever. Congrats on the money and the ease. Holy crap. It's over. We're here. And Amanda and I started another podcast called Straw Talk that will be recorded in the same week. I think Wednesdays, every bi-weekly or whatever. And then on that week, I'm going to do this. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to keep this up for the rest of my life as long as the internet is a thing. We'll be posting. Maybe even after the internet isn't a thing, Is that a possibility? Have you guys seen the movie? Leave the world behind or whatever. Cyber apocalypse crap. I have been talking about the cyber apocalypse for a while, and not in any conspiratorial way. I just think it's very easy. If someone wanted to disrupt the satellite structure and infrastructure that makes up the internet. I'm not sure if you're a funded or a government group or funded terrorist group, whatever. I don't think it'd be that hard, and I'm happy no one's done it yet, and I hope no one does it in the future. I mean, I guess. Oh no, I'm getting off the rails. So what is Frantic Purpose about again? Do you guys remember? I do. It's been my entire life, frantically going across the globe and trying to figure out what feels right. What am I supposed to do? And in this moment, I have no job for the first time. Don't tell anyone, okay? Because my LinkedIn says I still have a job. That might change, though, probably next year, like January. But for the first time, I don't have an occupation. Luckily, I have saved a lot. I love saving money. It's like my favorite game to play. That's what I always tell Amanda. And I'm trying to help her figure out her road in that path. But so I'm just like making artwork, and I got in a few gallery shows. It's been I think it's like we're in our 4th month without a job, and I'm applying and everything. But I feel like when you're at a higher level in your career field, it's harder to get a new job. But we'll see, man. I'm tripping about it. I want to be honest. Like everyone, I understand the fear, and I've been here before. And I'm like a notorious monster hunter in the sense that I really don't care. Like if I feel like something's right, I'm going to do it, and then everyone on the planet's like just stick it out. Just stick it out. And I'm like no. Like almost immediately at this new job I had, the CEO asked me if I was like making unauthorized purchases, and I didn't even have access to anything to do that. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And then I hung on for a little bit, but then I was like, this isn't for me. I don't know. And so that's where I'm at. At the end of 2023, I have no clue. And who does? Who has a clue? I don't know. Hopefully someone, I, you know, be out there and have a clue for all of us, because now I have to create, and I have to an extent, I have created a structure and a plan. I think that's the biggest deal. And plus, like, looking for a job, I'm sure we've all been there. Looking for a job is like dating. And how is dating for everyone? Terrible. It's just a constant judgment of your stuff. And I know that, a lot of the resume stuff is AI now. And I don't know. I don't have the right keywords, I guess. But like I tell everyone, whoa, that's a stretch. Like I tell everyone, I'll have a job before I know it. And if not, and the time between that, I want to make art my life. I mean, I want to do it. I need to extract my head from my butt and focus on organizing my art and what I want to do in a way that will help me move forward. Give it structure, use Google tools to like Google Calendar, blah blah blah. Like I think it's easy for anyone who's fallen off the horse in any certain way to get in their own butt. And I said that before and I mean it. Like you really crawl up in there and you just feel bad for yourself. And I don't think I'm that deep in my butt. Sorry about all the butt stuff. But uh, you know, you just sit there and there's like a comfort in being sad for yourself that is disturbing. And again, I've still produced a good amount of artwork. I finished my music project, which was one EP per month this year. So at the end, I have like 12 EPs and an unheard of amount of songs that me and Amanda are going to be listening to for New Year's, probably a little bit before that. But I don't know. 2023 was wild. I had 2 jobs, then no job, and then a whole year of wedding nonsense. And I went to Vegas a lot, which was awesome. And Amanda said she wanted to do different trips other than Vegas this next year, so that's fine. We're going to England for her birthday, and it's cool. But this is about art, right? And art could be slang for anything you love. What's that thing you've always wanted to do your whole life? What do you want your job to be? And I may be shooting myself in the foot by saying this. I work in IT, computers and helping people use computers and leading teams of people to help people use computers and request that we get better equipment because most people don't want to do that, and on and on and on, and I'm good at it, but I'd be lying if I told you it was like what I feel like I want to do with the rest of my life. It's a great job that I used to have, and I'm sure I'll get before I know it, and before I know it, I'll be back in the grind, doing the thing with all y'all, and it's really made me kind of analyze the American mindset of grinding. There are other countries that I've lived in that have so many days off, and it doesn't seem to be like cultures of like you work to live. Like it's more like you just, it's okay to not work, and people have like nap time and stuff like grown adults, and it just sounds really nice and easy, and we don't have that here in America. If you're not grinding, everybody thinks you're like losing. You're a loser. It's like, and everyone's worried. Like, when are you going to get back into the grind of how, with all of us, because we kind of all keep each other there. We all check each other to be like, are you grinding? Because I'm grinding. And it's like, okay, yeah, well, I'm not. I mean, I am in my own way. And then also, if you say, and I don't tell everyone that I'm an artist, mostly because people think, oh, so you're a loser. Or, no one's like, oh, so that's going well. Because the stereotype of being an artist is struggling. And I totally get it, So I don't, I can't do that to people by telling them I'm an artist and watch them try to navigate, like, how am I supposed to move forward without making Travis feel like I think he's gonna, that it's hard, that his life's hard, and feel bad for Amanda. Oh, but grind culture is real. And what more abstract thing to do than try to make it in art? I don't even know why people buy art. I don't know why people consume it. I'm not sure people do consume it. Like, I have all these prints on our Etsy store. Oh, also, me and Amanda made an Etsy store called Tremendous Goods, and it's a great store. I've sold a bunch of my stuff on there, like cameras I've collected and things that I have always planned to sell. I love collecting really awesome old stuff, and I know that I don't have a unlimited storage for that, so I offloaded it for more than I bought it, which I guess is the game, right? The grind game. Sell it for more than you bought it, and that's cool. Tremendous Goods is cool, but no one buys the art, which I get. I'm like, I don't buy. I mean, I do. I have some art on my wall right now, and art is a part of us, I guess. But holy crap, what a pickle I'm in, guys. I am honestly, and I shouldn't be though. I'm tripping, but I mean, I'm also there's no fire, you know. There's no the fuse is very long and slow, and until everything explodes. And even then, like if I ran out of money somehow by being some gluttonous a-hole, I would still have support systems, you know. And I could, and if it got before that, I would apply for lower level jobs, you know. But I have to try to get the same level I'm at. I don't want to go backwards, but hey, I am kind of backwards. I have gone backwards, but I don't know. Maybe not. Listen to me. I'm insane. So that's about the state of things. I mean, if you're sitting there and you're like, "Wow, this guy, what the hell is he talking about?" Like, yeah, I don't know, man. No idea. I'm just out here knowing that I have a few projects like that I want to do. I want to do children's books, which requires literally just me like doing it. I could do it. I've done children's books, and I mean just little ones, and I feel like it'd be a lot of fun. I like creating like little stories for kids. They're cute, and they cut to the heartstrings, and yeah, it is what it is, I guess. What is there but to grind? Blah, blah, blah. So art projects. Let's see. What do I got? I mentioned the children's book, and also, and maybe someone will steal this idea. I don't know who's even here. I have this idea for a project called Not Banksy, and what I do is I go out. I'm essentially augment Banksy, famous Banksy drawings, stencils or whatever, and change them to be San Francisco specific. And then I go out to the DeYoung courtyard and I sell them, and I have like a mask on and I have sunglasses. And there's no reason. I mean, I've always wanted to do something like that, but for some reason, I haven't done it. I haven't done the children's book. What I am doing is the study of cuteness, which is an attempt to make artwork that is commercially available and palatable. Meaning, like, I usually draw some absurd black and white nonsense that people read, especially my mom, as dark. And I'm like, okay, I mean, it's not a fair judgment, but sure, I could see where you could see that. So, in an attempt to actually make money with art, I am changing or at least studying cute crap. And it's fine. I made anything I think I'd sell? I don't know. I'm not a good I'm not a good judge of what can sell and what can't sell. And this comes back to I've always thought I need someone who pushes my artwork for me, like a manager of some kind, so that I don't have to think about it, but I do, and it's such a slog to do. But that is where I'm at, so there's no other choice. Um, but I think the answer is structure. I feel like that's always been my answer to most problems is structure. Structure is everything, and if you're stuck in some rut, probably structure is the answer. And it's hard to structure your life when you feel deflated. I think that's why it snowballs into nonsense. I'm having a hard time restraining my brain from being my own enemy, and, you know, just, it's tough. But it's so funny because, like, it shouldn't be. I should be happy. I should be totally okay. I should know my value and say, you know, F these people who aren't interviewing me. This is time. This is time for you to do everything you've always wanted to do. And I have a cushion. Literally nothing is wrong. And of course, my brain's like, but what if you never get a job again? And I'm like, great. Maybe awesome. you know, I've I've been taking these walks every day and filming these great videos that are on my Instagram, black and white videos partnered with like Johnny Greenwood songs. Johnny Greenwood's from Radiohead. He's like this excellent musician that I've always loved. And I partner my videos with him and his music. And it's awesome. So, what am I tripping about exactly? Whatever I want, whatever my brain tells me to trip about. Then I'm a loser. Cool. Thanks, brain. And that's the consciousness for you. You just exist. It's crazy. It's like I I'm at this point where it's like you could do anything you want, and it's always been that. But it's really weird to think about. No one has really created this structure for me in my life. I went into the military and I got out and I just had an idea of what I wanted to do. And I've always gone down that road. Like even this. I love doing podcast stuff, even though it sounds gross because I burp and I clear my throat and all that the whole time, and I don't even know or care if anyone's going to listen, even though if you do, thank you, that's awesome. I don't even know what this podcast is about other than an honest conversation with me. Uh, I It's never been about that. I've always had to make stuff. If I'm not making stuff, then a big part of me is dead. And there was a part of my life where it was, where I had been around enough toxic people to make me feel like all of it was a waste of time. And that's wild to think about too. Like, when did I stop? I think when I got to Colorado. I was in Colorado Springs for a bit and then Denver for a bit. And those years were the darkest. It was just so bad for me mentally. And I didn't know how to get out of that. A big part of it was baseball, which is funny. Um, there's a instance in my life where I had ended up in this apartment, like my previous relationship had crashed and burned, like they do, and we had previously picked an apartment that was like 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, and like I had just got my new job that I grinded for, of course. Like I was offered this job, but I had to get certified ethical hacker in a very short time frame. And if I didn't get that, I wouldn't get the job. But I did get the job, and it was the most money I've ever made, and I wasn't sure. I'm a guy who saves, so having this apartment when I didn't need it was bogus. So I was in this giant apartment, which was awesome. Um, Now that I've lived in the city for a bit, you really you really realize the difference in apartment buildings. But and what you pay for. But I was in my Denver apartment and I couldn't leave. You know, I had so much anxiety and and depression and all that crap that I couldn't even leave, and I wanted to go. I couldn't, like, and it became like, get to the baseball game, because Colorado Rockies games were like $8 for the seat I liked, which was in the nosebleeds, but it was a great seat, and they have the best nachos, Coors Field, that I've had. To be fair, I haven't gone to. I've only gone to Coors Field and Oracle Park, and so it became, how close can I get to the baseball stadium field where they play baseball, and before I had to go home, before had a panic attack. And I remember the day I got in the park for the first time, and I was only there for like 30 minutes before I had to leave. But after that, baseball was kind of like my home, and I'm excited for baseball to start. But it was right before I moved back to the Bay Area. My little brother was like, "You should come back. Why are you even there? You don't have to be there." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right." And I lived with Kai, and then the rest is history. And I've been in San Francisco for 4 years now. And I always think of 4 years as high school. Like, you finished high school, which is weird. I don't even like ponder a lot about high school, but for some reason, 4 years, I'm like, that's high school. Or, like, no, just that's usually what I go to, which is funny. But, and then there's a pandemic, and I met Amanda in that pandemic, and then we got married this year, and it's about to be 2024, and I have this opportunity to do my damnedest to become an artist, like a proper artist, like, and I don't even know what that means, because like, what artist is beloved right now? Dead ones are the ones. It's like, okay, so what's the end goal? And I talked to Kai about this. It's like, I want people to buy my paintings for an incredible amount of money, but I couldn't name a painter that everyone's buying. I don't even know. I have no clue. Like, what an absurd thing to want. God knows I create enough crap to fill a billion rooms. I don't have enough room for. I want to do more paintings, but I don't have enough room in the apartment, and this is just a brain dump, man. And I plan to do this brain dump forever, and we'll see. It's just wild. Also, Christmas this year is so bogus. Like, does anyone else feel? I'm sure you do. Feel like the ad saturation is at an all-time high, and I know that's true because AI this year and blah blah blah. I'm just tired of it. I want to impact society and cause a ruckus. That's what I like to do, you know? I've always enjoyed being a disruptor, and anytime I would do like some funny like public thing, like, I'd always get kicked in the balls by someone I loved, which is stupid. So let's see, what do we got? It's almost the end of the year. Basically, is the end of the year, and you know, I think 2024 is gonna be good. I really do. Mostly because we're going to England, and I got the flights with my miles from my credit card, which is dope. Um, I'm going into 2024 without a job, and I know what I should do, which is organize and structure my life. And I've given, like, January 1 is, of course, the enactment point. It's so stupid. Like, I was doing so well with my weight loss stuff, and Then the wedding and the honeymoon, I somehow put on a little bit more weight. Not that it's insane, but I don't know. I really, oh man. Me and Amanda went to Disneyland with her parents and her sister and her sister's fiance, and it was a lot of fun. And this might make me emotional, but that's okay. I felt so good. I love Disneyland. And anyone who doesn't love it, I'm like, you don't love yourself. Like, it's just a fun place to go to let your imagination go free. And it was the end of the last night we were there, and we were on Thunder Mountain, and I see this star, and I wish it on it, which I've never done before, and it just felt right. And I wished for a bunch of stuff, or a few things, and a few impossible things. And it's just silly. But I believe in magic to an extent, you know? I've always thought my life is kind of magical, and I've always felt integrated with whatever fabric is leading us through this thing, whatever string is leading us, whatever rope, I don't know whatever you want to call it. I've always felt connected to it and close to it. I am a very intuitive dude, and so I did. I wished. And I don't allow myself to wish, really, but as we were climbing on Thunder Mountain, I wished. And I threw my quarter in the well while we were passing it on the ride, as I do. And I'm blessed, you know, after all this nonsense that I've said. I'm a blessed man. And it is so easy for us to convince ourselves that we aren't blessed people. I don't know how I became who I am, you know? One thing led to the other, and here I am. I was put on the earth, and I'm Travis. I'm blessed to have two families that are excellent. And that's what I should focus on. And for anyone else who's struggling, try to focus on why you should be feeling good. Because it's good. It's awesome. Life is awesome. And I love being here. So, thanks for listening to episode 4. I'm sure this will be called like Dum Dum Dumps All Things on 3 listeners. But if you have a ridiculous dream, it is your job to pursue it with a structured thing, and that's what I have to do. I have to be better at that. I will be. So, thank you for listening. My name is Travis, and I'll be doing this more. So, hope you enjoy it. All this crazy crap that I'm going to say. And if you want more, go to Straw Talk. That'll be releasing probably in another 2 weeks or so, and that's me and Amanda talking about our lives, which is probably objectively more interesting than this. All right. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Bye.